every indie author's worst nightmare, losing your Facebook ad account. But wait, there's a plot twist you won't see coming.
Welcome back to another episode of Pen and Prosper, a podcast where JT Lawrence is coaching me, Melissa Delport, to be a six-figure author, and we are putting it on the internet. It is still the 5th of June, but hi again.
Hi again. Good job.
I think the wearing black is a really good vibe because nobody will really know. Who's going to know? If we just always wear black, they'll be like, did they record it on the same day? Or,
Exactly.
I'm so excited for our author catch up because you have had such a rough time and we would all love to hear about it.
Fantastic.
Before we get to that, a huge thank you to our paid subscribers, to our editor extraordinaire, Elise. I love all the E. It just rolls off the tongue so easily. And of course, to our sponsor, Vellum, for the book formatting software we could not live without.
Very good. If you'd like to try Vellum, you can use our link, which is tryvellum.com/pen and prosper.
Delport,
how are you?
Good. I'm so good.
Excellent.
Okay. I think that this episode is going to be very, very helpful for people because it's like, this for me has always been my biggest fear, right? Losing my ad account or losing my Amazon account.
Yeah.
I've lost my Facebook before. I lost my whole page. It floats in cyberspace, immortalized. If anybody is following a page that has no posts, that is no longer me. And it is like our biggest fear as an author. And I think it's everybody's biggest fear because I was chatting to Charlene. She said she's still, and she has the Amazon rep and she has and she's still, every day she's scared, what if I lose my Amazon account?
Yeah.
And losing your Facebook ads account when most of your revenue is based on Facebook advertising is like, feels like the death knell, right? On your business.
Look, I don't think it's nearly as scary as losing your KDP account. I think that would send most people to an early grave. Although I've heard from so many people that if you lose your KDP account and you haven't done anything on, you'll always get it back and you'll always get the royalties that were accrued in that time back. So actually, I know we all live in fear of it, but actually it's not the end of the world. If it happens to you, don't freak out. You will 99% probably get it back. So so don't let that keep you up at night.
Yes. And before you begin, I just have to tell you, the way that you pivoted was super impressive. You really did practice what you preached there, right?
Thank you.
You pivoted so hard. You were like, Amazon ads, BookBub ads, come through. You're like, I'm just going to do what I can. So I think I would have just paddled. I would have become a paddle and just be like, that's it. It's done. And you were like, no, even your whole attitude, like you were so nonchalant about it.
It's not being nonchalant. I think it's that, like, there's certain things you can control in life, right?
Yeah.
And most things you can't, but you can always control your reaction to it.
Yes.
And like, nothing is ever as bad or as good as it seems. And like, if you told me that day, okay, you've lost your Facebook ad account like forever, I probably would have had a more outsized reaction, but it happened in stages. It was like, oh no, it's fine. We'll help you. Sorry, for people who don't know what happened, my ad account was hacked. This guy came in, he spent a lot of my ad money and messed stuff up or whatever. Facebook shut everything down, as they should have. And they kind of gave me the idea that I would get a refund and that I would get my ad accounts back, and they just needed to investigate and to make sure everything was secure. And I'm like, thank God, thank you. Now it's basically 3.5 weeks later, still no progress, still no refund. So, I've just been rolling with the punches as we've been going, and how amazing and like how much do I love past me for putting stuff in place that has made this okay. Like I did the BookBub course, I'd open a direct store, like all those kinds of things that did help me build a more resilient business, like I keep going on about. And they really did help me this time. I mean, BookBub ads saved me. I didn't advertise on Facebook for 3 weeks. You know what that does to revenue. So obviously my revenue's down a lot. I'm spending hardly anything on Facebook ads, which for me is like, as you know, absolutely crazy.
Unheard of. Yeah.
My bread and butter.
Because at your peak, you were spending over $1,000 a day.
Yeah, I was spending
$1,300
a day. Yeah.
And you spent $1,300 in a month. This month.
Yeah, this month has been $1,300.
Look at you, one and done. It's crazy.
So it's actually been good in so many ways. First of all, living through a fear and completely surviving and coping well with it. My ROI is up. My cash flow is looking healthier than it ever has, and leaning into certain things and pressing different levers. And that's been really good for me. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty happy, to be honest.
Now you
And also, starting from scratch, Facebook ads starting from scratch is great because my business was such a leaky bucket when it came to ads. I had ads everywhere, all different languages, all different books. It was this crazy, gigantic thing that I could not control. No one has enough hours in the day to control that kind of thing, right? And now I'm just like building back slowly, making sure that every single ad is earning its keep. And
Yes.
it feels good. It
Brilliant.
feels good. It doesn't feel out of control.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's, do you know, I remember your 35%. I mean, I think that will forever be like, we'll always talk about JT's 35%
5%.
days. And I do think it's because of those leaking holes, because I think that your ads are so good, but I think there'd be a few in there that were leaking. And because you couldn't identify them, you just kind of went, well, I can't get that granular. I don't know how to get to that. So I'm just going to accept the 35. Whereas now you can definitely streamline and cut and what they call it? The chaff. What? Cut the chaff or whatever.
Yeah.
So that you've only got your really high performers, your winners.
Yes, I completely agree with that. And that's definitely true. But also, when you are spending over $1,000 on Facebook ads a day, your ROI is going to be a lot less.
It's going to come
There's
down.
just no
yes.
question. I mean,
Yes.
maybe if I
Yeah.
had 60 books in my catalog, that wouldn't be the case. But I
Yeah.
only have, let's say, 18 books that sell well. So
Yes.
there's going to be a ceiling on them.
And are you saying that's because the ROI does have a tendency to drop the more you spend, or because you are cannibalizing your own audience with multiple ads? What are you saying? We're spending so much.
Probably both.
Okay.
I mean, there's definitely a scaling ceiling
Yeah.
where you can't just keep upping your budget to make more money. It doesn't work like that. You up your budget and your ROI keeps coming down until you are at a danger of breaking even. Like I was happy with 35. I could have gone to 25, not as comfortable because I'm still paying back a business loan and all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, things could honestly be worse. Hey? Things could be worse. I'm also really happy I've been hitting all my goals this year. So like I've written 2 books. I'm writing my 3rd book of the year. I've achieved all the word counts I set out. I've achieved all the fitness goals I've set up. Like I've had a really great year and I feel like my nervous system is regulated and like things are just going well and I feel confident in the business, confident in my writing, excited about stuff in the future. And yeah, I just feel like I'm in a really good place.
Okay, so you have got ad running again, but you're running them through someone else's ad account. So I did not know this was the thing until I started working with Blake, that someone else can run your ads. All they need is access as an admin to your page so that they can select it in the drop-down.
Yeah.
So I did not know that. I thought you'd have to give them access to your ad account. Not the case. They can run ads in their own ad portfolio and just use you as a drop-down.
Yes. Correct.
So you have got ads running again.
I do, but I'm doing it so super slowly because I've tried in the last 3.5 weeks. I was so desperate to get my Facebook ad account back. I tried starting an ad account so many different ways. I started my own account. Facebook smashed it. Like absolutely not. Like warning messages everywhere, whatever. Then I tried through Mike's Facebook ad account, and even though I used a completely brand new page that I created that hour, it still recognized me somehow as being, I don't know, I think it must have been the IP address, right? Also just completely like disabled, warnings, you don't have whatever permission, blah, blah, blah. So like they were Facebook were honest, hey, they just completely
And how
shut
is
me
the
down
support?
everywhere.
Because I have found historically that their support is atrocious. So how was the
it's really
support? Like, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
The day that it happened, I think they were pretty concerned because it was a complete security breach from them.
Yes.
I mean, I have 2FA enabled. I change my password all the time. Even after I changed my password, after the guy hacked me the first day, he came back the second day with my new password and hacked me again.
And you have an authenticator app. Is that how you two-factor authenticate? It's crazy. There's no way you should have gotten it.
Oh,
listen. I need someone needs to say it. Okay. Have you just checked Max Slack? The caller coming from inside the house? Turkey is what
I see. No,
is it?
I mean, my flippin' 13-year-old.
James, listen, we all know James is a hustler of note.
He is. Yeah. He's always wanted to be a hacker. So
maybe just check that out before you like.
No shame. He was trying to help me. He's like, "Mom, I'm gonna see if anyone's accessed your computer." Because I'm like,
Oh
"They're in
my
my
boy.
computer." Because how else could they pass
Have done it.
2FA?
So, you know, my theory, and I think you kind of agreed with it, is that we said
Yeah,
that when you traveled, you were on Wi-Fi's. And I mean, we have spoken
yeah,
about Sarah about this before, that
yeah,
my cousin, the same thing happened when she thought she was on a airport lounge. And
yes,
it was actually someone who called her there, hotspot that, and then got in,
yeah,
and it was chaos.
yeah.
So I do think it's because it happened shortly after you traveled, someone must have gained access to your.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it happened that way. But another thing to just note is, I told you I have a VPN. I'm very careful about not logging onto common area Wi-Fi and that kind of thing. So I was like, I'm pretty sure that's not the way it happened. But then I don't have a VPN on my phone. So I think that when my data wasn't working in one of those countries, I used my
Logged
phone
on.
thinking that it's not really a security risk, not really, it's not my laptop. But
Yes.
of course it's the same system. So I'm just
Yeah.
wondering if it came through my phone because I was less careful that way.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah. So
you know,
just, it's a good thing to know. Like, if you are
yeah,
traveling, I think do not connect. Rather hotspot, buy yourself some data,
yeah,
hotspot your phone. If you can't, it's fine.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
wait, bake
Yeah.
fuss, do some
I always
writing.
have data, but the problem is I went to so many different countries
Mm.
that you can't and I had an
The
international
network.
eSIM so that I could have data in all different countries, but it didn't work in every country. And sometimes I was just like, "Oh, I'm just gonna check my email or my WhatsApp
Yeah.
using the airport Wi-Fi."
Yeah. Yeah. Because you got to be productive. I mean, you were away for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was
So
stuck in those airports for hours at a time. I did need to work, but anyway, so that's the warning of the day.
you
Do not be so
survived.
laissez-faire about your security
Yeah.
like I was when I was traveling.
Just chilled. You're just a chilled girl. You know what I mean? You're just a chilled
Yeah,
girl.
yeah.
But you
I just
managed it
think
like a champ.
I
Have
think
you
the best of
switched?
everyone, I think the universe is on my side. So when something like this happens, I'm like, but why?
People. Have you switched off the BookBub and Amazon ads, or have you left
No.
them on? Because your
I
rankings stayed very high. I was like, cheapest, her rankings haven't dropped at all. I mean,
so they
maybe they
have
did
dropped
slightly,
definitely.
but they were still
They
ranking. So
have.
I was like, sure.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how the BookBub ads are doing. I still have them running for that reason. The conversion rate on BookBub ads is just so good. So that's another reason I'm happy about this because I'm going to keep my BookBub ads on going forward because they definitely add another layer of income security, and
Yes.
I'm getting great conversions there. So I highly recommend BookBub ads to people. Do Matthew?
And are you using the same as your Facebook ads? So I know you've got that one, like, he shouldn't try and arrest her and the hospital. Like, are you using those
No,
same ads?
no.
No.
BookBub ads look quite different, and
Yes,
you
I
have
think
to
we
really
did have a whole
test.
episode on this.
Yeah, you have to test quite a lot before you get the winning ads. And luckily I did that when I did the course. So I wasn't like
Mm.
panicking and trying to test ads. I already had winners. All I had to
Okay.
do was switch them back on again and just watch them a bit. So that was
Okay.
fantastic. Amazon
Yeah.
ads, I completely wanted to get back into it, needed to because of everything that had happened. But I also had my deadline for Bad 7. So I didn't have time to do BookBub and my deadline and Amazon. So I actually didn't do it. So
Fine.
that is high up on my list because the whole Facebook thing, like I've only got those 5 ads running and I'm so scared that they shut me down again. So I'm not like balls to the wall, like, yeah, I've got Facebook ads back again. I'm gonna do
Yes.
as I can, build everything up to where it was before, which will actually take months anyway.
You know, I feel like we circled all the way back to how's your TikTok going, Tait? Do you remember how gung ho you were
I
about
was, hey, I
TikTok?
was.
You were
I'm really
like,
gonna do it this time. I'm gonna do
and
it.
then, and like your Kickstarter. I'm like, friend, you, nothing gets you
No,
more excited than a new idea.
no, the Kickstarter energy is still there, dude. I
No,
promise you,
I
it's still
know.
there.
I'm so excited. So let us, before we get on to let us discuss that. So, because I'm sure everybody is desperately waiting, like I was like, okay, I can't keep asking now. I'm just going to wait until she brings it up. So you have pivoted there too. Huge change. Like, tell us about
What?
what's happening with your Kickstarter.
There's no pivot. Oh, that pivots, yes. So okay, so my Kickstarter strategy hasn't pivoted, but the way I'm doing my special edition
Yes.
has, because I've gone from wanting influence to do absolutely everything for me, design the special edition, run the Kickstarter, blah blah blah, cost thousands and thousands of dollars, to deciding no, I'm going to do everything on my own. I'm going to save all that cost and rather put it in ads and stuff to get the Kickstarter, to market the Kickstarter. And then I realized that I just am not getting around to doing the design. and you can't do anything on that special edition design. And I'd really love to do it, but it is complicated. You've got the foil layer and the end papers and blah, blah, blah. And it's a steep learning curve, which I really wanted to do, but I'm just not getting around to doing it. And I have to release this book soon because the Amazon pre-order deadline is September. So I want to have
Oh,
this whole
wow.
Kickstarter thing wrapped up and the wine thing
Yes.
wrapped up before I put it in KU. So it's going to cost.
Oh, wow. You really are running out of time.
I know.
September is your
Yes.
July, August. So you've only got 2 months or 3 months, including
Yeah, that's enough time, but I really need to get a
no.
move on now. Like the clock is ticking.
Yes.
So I'm just going to get influence to design the special edition for me. It's going to cost me about $2,000, which I think is money well spent. One good thing about that is they don't use AI in any part of their process.
Yeah.
So usually that puts me off suppliers because it's if they're like, oh, I'm not going to use certain tools, and and I won't ever tell an artist which tool to use, whether they want to use AI or non-AI, whatever. But the fact that they don't use it is actually quite a nice thing because I can sidestep the AI issue on Kickstarter. Kickstarter
You
themselves
also
don't
for
mind if you use.
promotions, a lot of the
Yeah,
big book tour. Remember, Rachel's that amazing blog tour company, but they won't
yeah.
touch if you've got an
But
AI
they
cover.
won't
So I
touch
think it's going to
AI
be
content.
wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be nice just to not have to worry about the AI debate on that series. So yes, I'm very happy with that decision. I am briefing the cover in today or tomorrow, so that hopefully they can do it while I'm in London. Otherwise, it's like I can't do it before London. Then I try and do it when I get back from London, and then I've lost another month. So I think it really is good to just throw money at this problem
Yeah.
and see how it
Yeah.
goes. I'm still so excited to do the Kickstarter, and I think once this once this thing, what are you looking at there? Are you looking at?
My cat.
You're pulling that straight
She's
face.
fallen asleep next to
Sweet, sitting up.
she's literally sitting up. She was looking at me and all of a sudden she was like this. And I was like, I have to
Sweet
get a
man.
picture. So you see, she zoned out and you
I
picked it up
know.
straight away. You know, reading like a book.
I saw it. I saw it on your face.
Somebody's
I
paying
saw.
attention. Yes, tell your face.
Have you told your face that? Yeah, so that's I think that's all the news from me.
Yes. Oh, well done for coming through it. I'm proud
Thank
of you.
you.
It was rough. And also I feel like so obviously people don't know behind the scenes, but we've got a group and we chat so often and that group's been like we've all been busy. You can see there's been
Yeah,
like this lull because everybody's just it's a little bit crazy at the moment.
it
But
is.
good
I think
stuff.
everyone's
Like I feel
feeling
it's
it.
good stuff, barring your Facebook debacle. But I think that I think we've really put our heads down. I have those 2 pre-orders that I'm working on, but the big news is obviously that I'm working with Blake. So funny. We were going to kick off on the 1st of June, and then Blake messaged and said, "Oh, are we going to start? I'm going to start when I'm back in Spain on the 3rd." Sipal, you're not the man I thought you were. Having such a laugh. Anyway, so it's still too new. As soon as he started, Guardians went from being my lowest earner to my highest earner. But I
Oh
know that
wow.
his initial strategy was that he got Steph to mention it in her group, and it is kind of paranormal romance because it's vampire romance, but it's very mild compared to it. But you must see the spike on my KDP graph. And
Really?
again, it hit home, those Facebook groups, how powerful they are. And
Yeah.
especially with PNR or romantasy, like all contemporary romance, like those groups are so, so, so powerful. I mean, her
Yeah.
group is 25,000
Incredible.
strong. So
Incredible.
she mentioned it and there were all these comments, people saying, "Thank you, Steph, I got it." And I was like, all the wine for Steph when I finally get across the line. Like,
Yes.
that's amazing. And then so now I know the ads for the box set kicked off on the 3rd. So
Okay.
Guardians has been at the top of my earnings, and I mean it's come from the bottom and it's still new. So look,
Amazing.
it's far too new to give any sort of feedback, but I just feel like this could be like such a tipping point, right? And then obviously learning in that I can then apply that stuff. So I'm so excited. So I'll have more in our next catch up.
Brilliant.
But
What is he actually doing? Like, what is he actually doing for you?
so he's running ads for Guardians. So I had to do so much homework. Like I had to make videos and I had to
So he's
make
actually
like
running the ads.
he's running the ads. This is how I
Okay.
learned that someone else can run your ads. I
Yeah.
just had to give him access to my. So I don't know what the ads say, do nothing. I can see them in my ads library. That was
Yeah.
so fun. I went on to check like what am I
Yeah.
look. I
Yes.
mean, we made the breaking news ads page, and I mean that was I don't know if you saw there was that photo shoot that we did. I had like a green blazer on and that, so we were taking photos for those breaking news ads.
Yes.
And the more I think about, so two things that I really feel that I want to, the one is the breaking news ads. Like I keep thinking about it, and I always stop on news articles on my social media, always. Like I'll stop, oh, they didn't find the guy that went missing in Mozambique. And you like, so I think that structure is really good, even if, and I'm going to test this with Shadow Magic, even if you just put that on your book cover image with like and in the breaking news say they told her she had no magic, or whatever your hook line is. Do you know what I mean? It's just that red and blue, like, or red and white thing. It just draws your eye to it. So the whole thing is to stop people's attention, right? But then looking at what Michael was saying about how, but it must still look like your book. So it's like book cover image with the breaking news, and then you hook in that thing. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that. And then the power of the Facebook group. That was another thing that I've really come out of it. And then, and then I had to make like a whole lot of video things and a whole lot of, we did a really cool one where I dropped, that where you drop the book and then the book comes back at you as a different book.
Oh,
have you ever done one? So I did that. I dropped Twilight and caught my book. So we did some nice stuff, and I'm super excited to see where it goes. Like super excited. Yeah.
Yay.
So yes, but sadly, I don't have it now. Like it's still we're only on day like what?
No,
3.
it's brand new. It's brand new.
Yes. So
you're gonna fire me and hire.
Never. Never. But he is just. I do think that everyone is talking about Blake is kind of like becoming the guy, right? He's becoming
the guy now.
Everyone is name dropping. Like everyone I talk to is mentioning Blake. I think he's going to become like quite he's going to be the Facebook guru guy. So that's happening, and then I'm just writing. I'm writing a lot.
Good.
I did get I told you I did testing in April. So in March, my ROI was at 257. I did testing in April. So it came down to 230. And then for May, because I realized I'm very good at figuring out what's working and what's not. So and for May, it was 326.
Jeez,
so So I bought it up about 70-80% after a month of testing. Yeah. But
beautiful. Well done.
But it works. And Helen was saying the same thing, because she does the same thing as me. When you're only testing like one ad to one territory to one book, it's very, very easy to see like how it's doing. And if it's doing like you turn it off. Do you know what I mean? Whereas so Blake's method still makes me a little bit nervous. I don't think I'm ready to do that. I also don't think my cash flow is ready for that. But it is the end goal for me, obviously. Because one ad is never going to get me to crack the top 1,000, as we know. I mean, look at Rachel's just had so much success.
Yes,
and we spoke about that in our.
Let's just quickly give Rachel a little shout
Snap for Rachel.
Rachel has been doing so well. Her book 1 in The Charmed Leaf Legacy. Book 1 is in the top 1,000 on Amazon.com.
No, that's crazy.
Incredible.
It's crazy.
It's so well deserved.
And so hard to get to. That is so rough. Like, I've never ever been there.
And it's not her just throwing money at ads. She has worked. She like works her socials, her reader magnets. Like she's so good at what she does.
She wrote a reader magnet that was 80,000.
I'm like, Rachel, that's not a reader magnet. Maybe think she's got like 1 million new subscribers.
I know. No, she is just phenomenal. And like Rachel's she's next level. And then big news, next week I'm away with our mastermind, our local mastermind.
Oh,
so I actually have quite a big, I've got a plan. I've got quite a big plan. But I'm not ready to talk about it on the post. But so it's Charlene, Hot Lady, and Bridge, who, has a sneaky pen name that nobody can know, but also very, very successful P&R author, and myself and a friend of mine, and we're going up and we are going to, we've set up workshops.
Brilliant.
I know, how cool. So we're each speaking to something that, in our skill set.
Oh, that's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. I haven't figured it out
yet. Is your grand plan to like get us all over there for some kind of big indie author conference? No. Are you sure? I wouldn't mind going to Franschhoek. Just saying, just putting it out there.
No, right? We could definitely. I do definitely think that more things need to happen in Cape Town. Cape Town is beautiful. And the international people would love it. Love
Yes,
it.
definitely. I
So,
mean, even like the Franschhoek Literary Festival, but we'll make it an indie
yes.
author festival. It'll be amazing.
Yeah, because
I say I'm not doing it.
we organize it. We need it. We need a Siobhan here.
Yes, yes.
Definitely. The rise of the indies. I love it. Okay, so that's it. That's all the news we have, Fred.
We'd like to take a quick break to tell you about our sponsor, Scribe Shadow.
If you're an indie author, you already know that publishing a book is only part of the journey. Reaching readers in new markets is where things get really exciting, but translations have traditionally been expensive, time consuming, and honestly, a little overwhelming. Which is why JT and I both use Scribe Shadow. We originally started using it for our translations and it quickly became one of the tools we can't live without. Personally, I started translating my books in May last year and my income skyrocketed. Scribe Shadow saves us time, the workflow is simple, and best of all, it's affordable. It's made book translations accessible for indie authors, and in just minutes, you can translate your novels into multiple languages with high quality results, which opens the door to exploring relationships with readers all around the world.
What we really appreciate is that Scribe Shadow understands indie authors because it was built by people from the indie publishing space. This isn't a massive faceless corporation. It's a small family-run team that understands the realities of self-publishing, tight budgets, and wearing 20 different hats at once. They also offer things like cover creation, audiobook translation, and a straightforward credit system that keeps the whole process simple and affordable. Importantly, you always keep full rights to your work and your books are never used to train AI. So if you've been thinking about expanding into foreign markets or you just want tools that genuinely make your author business easier to run, check out Scribe Shadow. It's become a really valuable part of our workflow and we're genuinely happy to recommend it. If you'd like to try Scribe Shadow, we have a special code for you. You can get 30% discounts. It is Pen and Prosper 30. You can use that at checkout.
Perfect. And let's get back to our episode.
Speaking of conferences, would you like to hear about who's going to be speaking about what in London next week?
Yes, yes. So when are you? So you're away, also away next week. We're both away at the same time.
Yes, we both away.
Both incredibly successful in our respective fields.
Yes, we are. Or dying trying.
Okay, tell me what you got for us. Okay, so you'll be there. How many days is the conference?
It's only 2 days.
Okay.
So I'm
Only
going
2 days?
Tuesday to Saturday, and then on Wednesday is the reception for the speakers. So that's in the evening. I'm looking forward to that. And then 2 days of conferences, and then I'm home again. So a nice
Okay.
short conference compared to the previous trip.
Now remind me, is
Which
this the
almost killed
conference
me.
that changed your life? Is this the one? This is the one that saved your life. This is when you were the little girl with the free ticket on the train, right?
Yes. Yeah, the little golden ticket.
Yes, you did. You got a golden ticket, and look at you now.
And Craig Martell put £200 into my palm when I got there for spending money. How
Oh man.
kind.
Yeah,
I
but
was
look,
like,
you know what? It always comes back. Look at him. He's just so like, well done, Craig. Let's change this
know.
little girl.
She's
You were a little
amazing.
like little Jenny from the block. That was you. Little
I was
Jenny
like a
from the
little
block.
gentleman. Oh my God. Okay, so day one, first thing is called Super Draft. And this is by my friend, Tom Donnelly, who is a friend of the podcast. And he will be coming on as a guest.
Why did
very
I?
soon. Hopefully very, very soon.
Yes.
He's the Hollywood guy.
He sounds very cool.
He is so wonderful. Okay, so Super Draft, the art and science of better, faster writing. There are hundreds of books on writing craft, but barely a handful on the process of writing. Super Draft uses everything we know about human psychology to investigate alternative practices that can lead to explosive writing productivity with Hollywood screenwriter Tom Donnelly. Now, spoiler alert, a lot of his productivity stuff is dictation. He goes out and he walks on the beach, has an amazing time, and dictates a lot. And that's how he gets a lot of his words in. So that'll be great. When we have him on, we can speak to him about productivity, but I think most people are more interested in getting their books into Hollywood, right?
Yes.
You're kind of the expert on that too.
Yeah.
Okay, then the next one is the 0 to 6 figures panel. That's the one with me. Meet the authors.
Oh,
Maria Franklin,
little Jenny
PJ
from the
Green,
block.
JT Lawrence and Nathan Burrows, who just crossed the magical threshold, making £100,000 to £500,000 in annual profit. They'll walk you through every step of their journey from side hustle to full-time freedom. PJ Green and JT Lawrence, we both are kind of
PJ
witchy
and JT, that's
I know,
hilarious.
and we both witchy and we both have those names, so that's interesting. Anyway, Maria Franklin and Nathan Burrows. Maria Franklin writes psychological thrillers, as far as I know. Nathan Burrows, I don't know, so we will meet. Next, the Taylor Swift formula, building fandoms
Oh,
that last in the age of AI. Damon Courtney looks at what it really takes to build a sustainable author career today. Drawing on insights from BookFunnel, industry trends, and what successful authors are doing, he shares a candid and often funny look at why long-term success comes with building loyal readers, not chasing quick wins.
I think that'll be amazing because I think that goes back to that whole getting those rabid readers, getting your Facebook group,
Yeah.
like just having this community.
Next one, not just a book. How to Make the Most of Your Novel brings together Dana Clare, Oriana Leckert, Alex Smith, and Sasha Black to explore how authors can extend the life and impact of their stories beyond the page. From community building and marketing to new formats and reader engagement, this panel looks at creative ways to turn a single book into a broader author experience.
I
I'm
would
very
come to that
excited.
just to listen to Ariana speak.
I know,
She,
she's so
oh,
great
that
in it.
accent and I just love her energy.
No, she's so amazing. Sasha Black is also amazing. Do you know who she is?
Mm-hmm.
She's been in the industry for ages and recently went just like skyrocketed. She's a seven-figure author now. She has a warehouse. She does TikTok lives and YouTube lives, I think, and she like has all these products and she puts book boxes together and she has she has staff and like it's incredible.
Oh, wow.
Incredible. Yeah. And not everyone would like that as their day-to-day job, but she loves it. She like absolutely loves it. Next, 7 productivity myths and why you should stop believing them. Becca Syme. I'm so glad that Becca Syme's going to be in London. Awesome. Becca Syme explores how understanding your natural talents can transform the way you write, market, and build your career. Rather than forcing yourself into strategies that don't fit, Becca shows how working from your strengths can help you write more effectively, connect with readers, and create a more sustainable author life. That sounds really good. Crafting stories that captivate. Avery Maxwell, Daniel Hurst, and Tony Lee come together for a panel on storycraft, exploring the techniques that bring compelling stories to life. From character and structure to pacing and world building, they'll share insights from their own writing journeys and discuss the tools authors can use to strengthen their storytelling. Yes.
Nice. And this is on day 2.
This is all day 1. This is the last
This is
one.
all day 1.
Yeah.
So if they chuck it in, hey, like you, I think of how
Yeah.
exhausted we are after like a heavy pod.
Exactly.
You must be like,
Exactly. Yeah. This is the last one. This is the keynote speaker, Benedict Brown. I made friends with him in Seville, and
yes, I remember you speaking about him.
How I Made a Million Despite Being a Total Disaster. Benedict Brown's remarkable story will close day 1. From unpublished attendee to panelist to keynote speaker, Benedict is proof that SBS Live doesn't just teach success, it creates it.
Oh,
He writes cozy mysteries and he's very, very good at it.
isn't he the one that you were encouraging to do box sets because he wasn't doing box sets at one point, or was that someone else?
Yes, so I did force a lot of people in Seville to do box sets, and he
Yes,
was
I remember.
definitely one of them.
You see, I do sometimes pay attention.
Well done. No, I'm very impressed. Very impressed. And then it says, plus enjoy premium networking breaks and connect with leading industry names with regular face in past years, including Amazon KDP, Audible, Pro Writing Aid, Book Vaults, BookBub, Spotify, and more. So it'll be nice to go and introduce myself as a pen and prosper person to those
In a prosper person. I love that. Should actually a little badge like JC Lawrence. Pen and prosper. You want my business card? No, just take it. Just fine for a second.
So, day 2, master the money makers. The first one that you get to choose from is advanced Facebook ads. That's by Jerry Kilby. The next is getting started with Facebook ads, a beginner's roadmap.
That's a
Carmen
pretty
Radtke.
easy choice then, because it's not, I think you would go to advanced by now.
Yeah. Well, I will be introducing one of these talks. So I'll probably be
Okay.
in the same room like I was last time.
Okay.
Which sounds horrible, but it's actually great because you really get that information like deep into your
Yes.
soul.
Yes.
And then of course we get the videos afterwards, and then you can really sit and take notes and pay
Oh, so
proper
you can
attention.
watch both later. You just
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Okay, then 8 types of fans every fandom needs. That's with Becca Syme again. And then this talk is called Can You Hear Me Now? Phil shouted from across Uncanny Valley. And that's because it's an author and AI technologist and Spoken found, Spoken? Remember Spoken?
Yes.
So basically it's AI forward stuff, especially with audio, right? Then the next one is TikTok for authors, how to get started. started. That is Marvin Way from Author Scale doing that one. Then the AI-driven edits by Haley Milliman. That'll be interesting. That's part 1, dude. So between 9 and like 10:30 or whatever, you have to choose between all of those. Crazy,
Oh,
eh?
no, you can only
Yeah.
choose one of those.
Yeah. But we get all the videos afterwards.
Yeah,
It's fine.
I suppose.
Yeah. The point of it is to be in the room with a person and ask questions and like really
Yes, lean in.
dive deep, instead of just listening to a talk and then moving on to the next talk. That's the point.
I
to
would
do
have
that.
such decision paralysis. I'd be like, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do.
Well, knowing that you get the videos,
Yes, it makes it a little bit easier. Yeah.
you just choose your very top priority for for what you actually want to dive really deep into, right? Like for
Okay.
me, Kickstarter, which is the first thing on part 2, which starts at 11. It's Kickstarter for Authors with Ariana Leckett. The next one is How to Think Like a Publisher with Tony Lee. Running Your Author Business by Joe Solari, H.W. Fisher, and Ally. Next, Why Your AI Translations Suck and What You Can Do About It by James Blatch. How to Create a Film from Your Novel Using AI. That's Michael Evans. I remember Steve and I spoke about Creator Word. He's
Yes.
the guy doing that. He's just done a whole lot of projects with David Viergoets, the Scare Mail
Okay.
guy. So that's
Yes.
very interesting. The Future of Author Discoverability with Stuart Grant. That's about GEO and that kind of thing. Very important. Then part 3, How to Build a Direct Sales Empire with Sasha Black. I mean, I can't even think of a better person to headline that.
Yeah, you just said, yeah.
Yeah. The Hollywood Lottery, How to Get Picked by screenwriter Tom
Yes.
Donnelly. Then Germany Deep Dive panel. They spoke last year and it was a very popular talk. It's these 3 German authors, Andrea Wilk, Freya von Korf, Michael Kollevine, and they're pretty interesting to listen to. Next, using AI to create an audiobook with Simon Patrick from 11 Labs. Ooh, that'll be interesting.
Wow.
Next, how to work with an AI agent with Michael Stewart from Pseudowrite. Beyond KU, unlocking the library market for Kindle Unlimited authors.
Steve spoke about that.
Yeah, Dan Wood of Draft Digital. He spoke in New Zealand. It was a very interesting talk because apparently you should be pricing your library books quite high. And I mean, I'll take notes and feedback on that. But he gave us lots of tips like that I would never have thought. Like I always had my library books at normal retail price. Okay, part 4, Amazon Ads Mastery. That's with Ricardo Fayette and Sarah Usera. Amazon Ads Made Simple.
Isn't Ricardo, someone read his book and was talking
Yes.
all about him. Who
Rob.
was it? Was it
Rob
White?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he based his whole thing on this
On
Fayette book.
that.
And
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Amazon Ads Made Simple with Amanda Hedger. She was the talk that I was introducing last year.
Okay.
The Audio Revolution, Craig Thompson, Christina Calderon, and Jill Mills. So basically that's W.F. Howe's Spotify and Canopy, and Nathan Van Coops talk about the growing audiobook markets. Next, Etsy and the 1.2 trillion gifting economy by Robin Bennett Freebairn. If anyone's interested in that, he was interviewed by James Blatch on the SBS podcast, and that's very interesting. If you have a book that makes for a good gift, I'd recommend that. And then Genres That Sell, What the Data Tells Us. Alex Newton, he's always one of my favorite talks.
Oh, that will be so interesting because it does
Always
change. I
good.
mean, you kind of think you're on the trend and then it's like, oh, actually, I'm still telling you, dystopia is circling back. It's circling back.
One day,
Delport.
I always love that talk. It's so motivating for me. But I can tell you what he's going to say. At least one thing I can guarantee he's going to say is that romantasy has still got a long runway and we should all be hopping on the romantasy train. Almost done. Using TikTok Live selling to build your author business. Obviously, that's Adam Beswick giving that talk. And then part 5 is for everyone. Burnout proof your business. I burnt out, so you don't have to. Rachel McLean opens up about a burnout year and shares the warning signs every author needs to know, plus the practical strategies to keep your income flowing even during tough times. And that is London.
Okay, so that is day 2. Then that's it. And it's done.
Yeah, so that's day 2. We're all looking forward to it. And I will keep you updated.
Yes, I do love that conference because you really do come back with some like banger notes for us. You like,
Yeah.
right, here's the highlights. So,
I'll
and
try.
also you have your whole new note taking thing that you do because it's not like the olden days when you used to have all those scraps of paper.
Yeah, exactly, Delport. And I've got Whisper Flow. But I think
Oh,
that
girl.
I think I'm going to be bringing back a lot more intel than usual. But you know,
Yes.
that's what I always think.
It's like you're going to send me so many pics.
Yeah, probably not going to have it.
Okay, so you're off to that. When do you leave?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay, I'm off to my thing on Wednesday. Look at us, international jet setters. I'm
Amazing.
driving an hour up the coast. I'm driving out to the mountains. You're going to a different country. Okay, well, I think that's us then. Before we go, we'd like to say a huge thank you to our paid sponsor, Vellum, the book formatting software that we could not live without. If you would like to try Vellum and let them know that we sent you, please visit tryvellum.com/pen and prosper. All right, well, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you. I won't see you next week. I'll see you 2 weeks.
Yes, I'll see you in 2 weeks, but I'll see you on WhatsApp.
Yes, maybe.
Okay. Maybe.
Bye.
Bye.